Hello and welcome back to another shed video. We're still in quarantine. It is day 6, I think. We've made some progress. We've learned about carbon fibre, we've learned about epoxy, we've learned to use stuff that isn't out of date, and we've learned that my original idea is not going to work. So I'm going to have to cut the lid off this, and I'm going to have to go moulding. For the pros, I can make more than one, and I can get that smooth surface texture that I was wanting. Cons, it's going to take a lot more time. And more materials to make the mould, and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'll learn as I go. Step 1 is going to be the painful step of cutting the lid off this thing, so ain't nothing to do but to do it. 2 changes to report this time. I'm using a guide to help me get a straight line, and I've moved from beer onto bourbon. It's a good noise, right? Those things are getting serious now. Yeah, I said this was going to be one of my more destructive ideas. I wasn't joking. I'm going to pause there and put your eye protection on, because there's a lot of plastic flying around. Should have done that in first place. Well, that is not straight in any way how it's cut. You can see here it's well, have a look, it gets thicker as you get down to that end. That is not in any way straight, but whatever, like, I've already done the damage, haven't I? Okay, gonna wax this. We learned about waxing last time, but you know that it's good. You've probably figured out by now that we would rather make a thing than buy a thing. So let me talk you through my contraption here. This is a bin, or a trunk. I've got a piece of wood across it, and I've got another piece of wood propped at the back so that I can raise the angle and make that kind of flat, because what I'm about to do is pour an even more noxious chemical across it. This is a gel coat, which when you have a gel layer on top here, you can still epoxy on top of that, and the 2 layers won't stick together, and that allows you to separate the mould made of a polyester gel coat top from the final epoxy that we'll put on. But for now, I've got my cutout part, it's waxed, and I'm going to pour some of this horrible shit on top of there to make a gel coat for the mould. It is going to dribble everywhere, which is why it's on a bucket. I hope you guys can forgive me, because some of these camera angles are going to be whack. I mean, for goodness sake, I'm filming on top of a bin here. I've got my scales, there's a roll of duct tape to give me a bit more height so that I can then put this flat thing on there but still be able to see the readings. Just going to zero that out. This is the catalyst for the polyester gel coat. You can't order this online, you have to go to a store and buy it. So this is methyl ethyl ketone peroxide, and you use a syringe to measure it because you need such small amounts. 150 grams of the gel coat with 15 grams. Well, actually, let me just start off with 100 and 100, because then wait, words, why can I not do these maths in my head? These should be simple maths. Teeny tiny syringe, narrow enough that it'll actually go inside the neck of the bottle. There's a top tip for you. Right, zero that out. I'm having 150 grams of this. Maybe a bit more, depends on how I think it looks. That's 100, yeah, I think 150 grams is a good shout. Oh man, that smells tremendous. Now I don't know if that means that it's actually getting through my mask. Don't think I should be able to smell it. Right, this is the good shit right here. But this little bad boy, that holds 2 mil where I've put it there, so I'm going to put the first 2 in. Shoot the rest of that catalyst back in the pot. Put the lid back on. Think about my life choices. And I'm going to stir this. Oh shit, tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to quickly put on some gloves. Now, what I kind of wanted was for that to go thick. I don't really want to pour it on when it's that wet, it's just going to go right down the back. Alright, let me show you the first pour here. Let's see how we get on. I am going to need a lot more of that. And now we've got 300ml of poly gel coat on top of this thing. And it's starting to run off the side, so hey, maybe that means I've got enough on now. I kind of wish it was thicker. Ha, that's what she said. I don't know if you can see at all what I'm trying to do here, but the camera angles can figure themselves out later. I'm just trying to get the chemicals spread out right now. It's still quite runny, but curvage is looking better now. So this is what I'm going for. See how this is gelled so much that it's hanging over the edge, but it's suspended? This is what I want. And you can see that it's thick and it's sticking to it. But I want a complete layer of this gel coat on. And again here. I want to take care of that overlap section. But I want a complete coating over the paint of this gel. The texture here doesn't matter because it's the inside of the mould that is what's important. Hey, remember that one time the world went on total lockdown and Paul fucked up his hood skip? Yeah, I remember that time too. I'm going to come back in a couple of hours. But before I go that, I'm just going to enjoy a few moments of whiskey and fumes. Smells great in here. Right, I'll leave that to set / dry for an hour and I'll come back and see if it's gone tacky at all. That's what we want. I mean, it's already starting to thicken up. That's good news because it's not just pouring off the sides, it's dripping off the sides. It is currently 13 degrees in the shed. Bring you back in an hour.